Hello, hello. I think we are live. It is Saturday morning and it's time for some crafting. I first would like to say thank you to our military service people. It's Armed Forces Day. They keep us safe. They defend our country, and thank you, thank you, thank you. So in honor of them, I am making a door sign that I think I'm going to put up for Memorial Day and use it all the way through summer, because you can celebrate 4th of July and up to Labor Day. Patriotic I love, so you may see me making lots and lots of patriotic things as we go through this week and the next several leading up to 4th of July, and I just love the red, white, and blue. So I am going to show you what I've got, and I took it apart. So this is our hoop wreath, and it comes, of course, with the hoop. And then it's got two wood pieces, and I'm going to see if I can do this. No, I can't. I need two hands. It's got two wood pieces that you can use or not use. You can use one, both, however you like. So there's one that clips on and goes on the bottom, and you can see behind there, there's the clips. And then there's a center piece that hooks onto the screws that are here, and that's how the back looks. So I painted this piece white, and then it was too white for, do I have it upside down? Of course I do. Too white for the ribbon that I want to put on here. And this bottom piece I'm going to take off for now. Much easier when you are not trying to show it on camera. It does go together quite easily. Is that right? Or do I not have it? No, I had it upside down when I thought I had it upside down. All right, there we go. So that piece clicks in, super simple, and then let me just show you the bottom piece too, just so you get the idea. And if you hop on, say good morning, say hello, let me know how everybody's doing. And there we go, that's the two pieces. So originally that center piece was the same, just wood, you know, plain wood color. I painted it white, and then I scruffed it up with sandpaper because it was just too white, because this is a couple of pieces of fabric that I'm going to use like ribbon at the bottom. And so I've scuffed it up. I actually think it's still too white. Maybe I should have left it the brown. Oh well. That actually looked, I should have checked that. That actually looks better to me. But I think I'm going to put a little bit of brown wax on and then regular wax over to kind of tone it down again. Hopefully that works. Otherwise, I don't know if I have another one that I could just use the center piece again and leave it just the natural wood, because that actually looks much, much better with the fabric that I have. Mistake on my part, but that's all right. So I'm going to set the pieces aside. I'm also going to use the Freedom from this is our new Patriotic collection. It's called Fireworks Show. So I'm going to use Freedom, and behind it I'm going to put, I believe, this firework. Maybe I'll put more than one. Maybe I'll dig out some red and I'll do red, white, and blue and try and cover up some of the white wood. So let's see, we're just going to kind of wing it today, because I feel like I'm not prepared. I'm sad now. I should have left it the wood. I should have checked that. But I do have some other ribbon, so I'm going to mix these in. I'll do the brown wax on here and see how it looks before I get started on the rest. So I'm going to tilt you down so you can see what I'm doing. And right now all you see is my finger. I think you can see okay. All right. So there we are. And I'm going to use, it's just finishing wax. I don't even know who makes it. Oh, Jolie. So there we go. A paint company, and it's brown. I'm going to use a little bit of this, and then I'm just going to use a little bit of natural clear wax to go back over it and tone it down just a little bit. So let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't want to get wax on me, but you know, I always stick my fingers in things, so that's probably likely to happen. All right. So if you catch the replay, say hello. Let me know you caught the replay. Let me know how things were. How was your week? I really do enjoy crafting with you guys on Saturday morning. I hope you enjoy it as well. And so of course I got my order from the Patriotic collection, and I can't wait to dig in and make a bunch of projects. It's supposed to be a nice weekend, so unfortunately, I'd rather be outside than inside, but maybe if I can find some shade, I can craft out there. Okay, now I have wax on my nails. No fun. I'm going to close that up because I think that's good enough. And we'll see how it comes out, and if I don't like it, I will see if I have another one of these and just use the natural piece, natural looking. And then this is just Minwax finishing, and it's clear. So I'm going to put this on top of the brown, just kind of tone it down a little bit. And since I painted, usually you don't have to paint chocolate surfaces, but since I did paint, this is good to protect the stencils a little bit from the paint. I probably need to do these. I'll do it after I'm done, but the sides, so that they're not so stark, I'll do it after we're all finished. Let's see. Do we like this better? Fingers crossed. It's not too bad, huh? Should work. All right. So then I'm going to, let me decide how I want to use the fireworks themselves. So I know I want freedom. So I'm going to just cut these out. And a trick I learned from another designer in our design studio is to cut these little tabs so that it's easier to find. Oh, that's probably silly for the firework pieces. I did right in the middle of those two. Oh well. It's easier to find which backing goes to which part, especially when they're all the same, like the fireworks. And then, I don't know if you can see, there's lines, and you could just cut these apart. That's what they're made for. We might use a little one. I know I want to use that. I know I want to use this one. Maybe I'll just cut them and we'll see. Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea what I want to do. Usually I kind of have an idea and I plan myself out, but it was a rough week at work. We had a 3-day meeting and I was in charge of the agenda and getting everybody to their places. And it was a rough one. So I wasn't home. We stayed downtown. I'm not as prepared as I normally am. So you have to watch me cut, which I usually don't make you do, but that's okay. Can we believe that it's almost Memorial Day? I cannot. This year is going so incredibly fast. So incredibly fast. We still have to open up the pool. I like to get that done for Memorial Day, so that way, if it's nice, we can use it. And last year, June was really, really warm. So I don't like that one very much. I'll put that one over there. I don't like this one very much. I gotta find a red, like a deep red. I think I might do golden red. I was just gonna do one and do it in gold, but if you're on, help me decide what to do. Don't know if I like this one or not. I feel like it's too much. It's cute, maybe for something else. I think these would look super cute on coasters since I was doing so many of those for the patriotic holidays. So fun. I'll set you aside, and I'm going to see if I have red. Is it there? That's what I'm looking for. So Napa red. Yeah, I think that'll go okay. And then the blue I've got to mix together. I'm going to use blue for the freedom. So red and gold. And we'll start there. So let me decide. So I wanted this one like behind the word freedom. Is that enough? Are you on? Is anybody on? Is that enough, or should I do? I feel like these are too much. I think it's going to be all too much. I'm going simple. There we go. And I need my fuzzing cloth. So again, fuzzing just takes a little bit of the adhesive off the back of the stencil so that it doesn't stick too hard to your surface. You can use a towel, you can use your clothes. I tend not to do that because I've got 2 dogs, and even though they're not down here very much, their hair is everywhere. Well, the little guy's hair is not so much everywhere, but the big guys, good Lord, that dog sheds like crazy. Okay, I'm going to start here. Let's see. Now I want to make sure I'm centered, because you guys know, you know that about me. Let me move that up. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's about good. So then this guy can go right here, I think. Don't stick to that. Yeah, I really like to line things up. And that's a bit of my perfectionism peeking through, which I try really hard not to do so much anymore. I think maybe it needs to come over a little bit. Two, three, four, five. 4. No, maybe it's fine. All right, we're going with this too. On to the gold. So I've got Nominee, which is like a metallic gold. It's not shimmery, it's just beautiful. This was a color of the month that we begged and begged to bring into the line permanently, and they did. So I'm going to do this first and let it dry a little bit while we work on the ribbon piece of it, because I won't make you sit through all of that. Just get an idea of it. And then we'll come back. Hopefully this will be dry. I don't have my dryer handy, do I? If not, we can hit it with the dryer real quick, and then I'll put the Freedom. I gotta mix colors for Freedom because I don't have the right kind of blue. They're all too bright to go with. And I have a bubble. Hopefully I don't have a bleed. I see it now. Yeah, I do have a bleed. So I don't know if you can see this teeny tiny little bit. That's probably on the fuzzing cloth, is my guess. And of course, it wouldn't be me if I didn't stick my fingers in everything. I'm going to, you're probably not going to see it because of the Freedom over it, but I'm going to try to fix it. So I love to keep toothpicks handy. So I'm going to take a little toothpick, and since I waxed, it actually might come off. So I'm going to try and just, yeah, get some of this off. And again, I'm not terribly worried because we're going to put a word over it. So I have a friend who will clear coat everything before she chalks on it. And I think it allows her to easily, like if she doesn't like how it turned out, she can wipe it off and try again. I have not yet been so prepared that I'm going to leave it alone now, because I find that the more I touch it, the worse I make it. So I'm going to set that aside for now. I'm going to close up my gold. I think this is upside down. Yes. So I'm going to move this out of my way. Maybe I'll just set it over here on top of the wax. So I think that's far enough out of the way. I'm going to grab my hoop. Yes, yes, there it is. A lot of pieces today. But it is an easy project, so it's just chalking the surface. And honestly, I did all the painting and all that, waxing and all that stuff for no reason, because the natural wood looked really good, I think. Looked better to me, actually. I should have checked before I started, but nevertheless, there we are. So you could have taken that out of the packaging and just chalked away. And then what I'm going to do now is I've got these strips of fabric, and I'm going to, and I've done this with a different wreath, and I think I used more ribbon than fabric, but I really liked, does it matter if there's, no, I don't think it matters which way I go. But I really liked this, and I grabbed it. It was called a jelly roll. And I saw a different crafter using it, and I liked how it looked. And I'm just going to tie a bunch of these at the bottom, and then it's really hard to show you, but then they'll just hang down, and I'll decide if I like them really long like that or if I want to shorten them up. But hopefully you can see what I was doing. I'm trying to, I can go up further. So I took the fabric, and so they were already cut. I didn't have to cut it, but I'm just putting it in half, and then I'm taking the looped end going towards the back and then pulling through the tails. And I'll just alternate. I'll stick a few of the cream colored ones in here, and then you just tighten it up. And do the next one. Like I said, we'll just do a few because I've got a whole, like, this is the pack that it came in. There's a whole bunch, so I'm just going to see what else I have that I can mix in here. I like this one, so that one looks good. Then I'll probably do a cream colored. And you don't have to be precise. You don't have to make it all, you know, the same pattern of alternation and all, you know, just be creative, throw it on, and move along. And the nice thing is, this is all interchangeable, so if you wanted to like take all these off and do it again for Christmas, you know, something similar, you could. And they sell just the replacement of the two pieces that go on it, so that's really nice. I'm going to do a cream color. This is shorter, but I don't know that I mind. But we'll see. If we don't like it, we can take it off. We can cut the other short. I'm not sure yet what I'm doing. And the tails were not even, so let me try to even them out. That looks good. You get the idea? Do you like this? I think it looks really cute. So I'll keep going, come back tomorrow and see how it looks finished up. But that's the idea of the bottom. And I'll mix in these other fun little, like this is a little swervy thing. I don't know. So I'm sure it has a name. I do not know its name. All right, so let's see. How are we? Oh, well, that made a mess. I had put the squeegee on here and then moved everything, and I have nominee paste everywhere. I do not need that. I need this though. So let me mix this while this is, before I touch it, to see if it's dry. So what I'm going to take is Cadet and a little bit of black and try to make a deeper blue because I think this is too bright to go with these fabrics. You guys can't see it. Let me grab this again. I think that's just way too bright to go with. So I'm going to darken it up. I wish we had a navy color. The only hard part about mixing is over mixing and having too much, although if it's really a lot you can save it. I like to save my paste, like if I use the packets, I like to save my paste in contact lens cases. So if I mix too much, I will go grab a contact lens case because I don't need a ton, but I probably will make more projects, so it's not going to hurt me to have more. And I can save it that way. Whether I'm, is this open? No. Do I have an open one? Let's see. Yes. All right, and I'm just going to use a touch, and I can always add more. It's easier to add than subtract, and I have black paste on me now. I tell you guys, I just cannot win. All right, let's see. I'm just mixing up and trying to get a little bit deeper blue. Oops, I think you can tell it is darker. Hopefully you can tell. Do I like it? Is that enough? Let me grab this again. I think that's good. I'm going to go with this. It doesn't have to be exact. I just didn't like that brightness of the cadet color. Let me just close, not close, but at least place the lids on these. All right, so now, next step is to do the freedom. You could wax again a little bit, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna see. Hopefully, I don't pull up. Is it dry? It is dry. You know what? I'm gonna hit it with the dryer just a tad. The shimmers and this metallic tend to take a little bit longer to dry. Usually a regular paste would have been more than dry. I have gold. I don't know if you can see it. I have gold everywhere. This is terrible. I don't know how I did that. That's my signature. Is there gold, or is there paste? Is there paint? Luana will stick her finger in it. You can be sure of that. Oh, I have a little 2024 hanging out here. Move that out of the way. Now, I'm going to be really careful and check the back of this and make sure there's nothing, that it didn't pick up anything from the, yeah, I don't see anything, from the fuzzing cloth. Is that right? Here we go measuring again, and that's how I got the gold everywhere. So usually I do quick projects. This one, because of the different pieces of it and my own messy mistakes, it's not so quick. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, hit 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks about right. Alright, so I'm going to press, but not terribly hard where the firework is. I'll get the others. And then I'm just going to really try to make sure it's down, but use a light touch, light hand. Not a ton of paste. And pray for the best. There's my mixed up blue, so let me get, is it mixed well? I think so. All right, let us begin. See what happens. I'll just start on the left, and I'm taking just a little bit of paste on the squeegee and then coming down across the silk screen and making sure that's all covered. And then coming back and picking up the excess. And then here's where my firework is, so I'm going to use a light touch if I can. Too much paste. And then I'm going to come back and pick up excess without pressing. I'm trying not to press really hard because I don't want this stencil to stick too hard to the firework. And then I could just finish up. Don't have to be so careful over here. And just making sure everything on the silk screen is covered because that's your design. That looks good. And then I'm going to peel, which is the funnest part if I can get this up. There we go. Peel top to bottom, left to right. Peel slowly. This is part of the design, but if you see that there's pieces of letters that didn't come through, you can always lay it back down and redo it. And I didn't pick up too much of the gold. I see one spot, but that is good. Yeah, I think there's like these, there's these little speckles. I can try to show you on the camera after I'm done. Yeah. You can see them best on the F. There's little speckles of the teal, so it is supposed to be a little speckly. Oh, that looks cute. Cute, cute, cute. And then let me try to put it on without sticking my finger in it so that you can kind of get the idea. I can flip you back up too because it's hard to show you. Hard to show you laying down. Let's lay down. All right, let's flip up a little bit. No, a little bit more. And then these I'm going to do like all the way across the bottom, and they'll kind of dangle. Like I said, this one's short, but maybe I'll cut the others a little bit because they're quite long. But maybe a little bit longer. I'll do different lengths. There we go. I'll finish it up today and then come back tomorrow, see it all done. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and thank the military people in your lives. Say thank you from all of us. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye.